I hear him mock the luck of Caesar, to which the gods give men to excuse after their wrath. Husband, I come. Now to that name my courage prove my title. I am fire and air. My other elements I give to baser life. So have you done? Come then and take the last warmth of my lips. Farewell, kind Charmian. Iris, long farewell. I kiss you here.
Oh, skip it.
Iris! Lois, where are you? You die here.
All right, I'm dead. I'd like to be dead till after the exam. And then I'd like to go swimming. Barnes.
Can you send me that?
Evelyn, what are you doing?
Nothing, Miss Porter.
You're certainly doing something. It's very unfortunate that you girls cannot sit quietly and drink in the immortal words of the immortal bard. There will never be another. What is that thing? Let me see it.
It's just a photo for her Instagram.
You can't post that. Not on my watch.
Might as well delete it.
Delete it? You couldn't just take a picture and delete it when I was in school. I ought to show this to your mother.
Ooh.
Continue, please.
The stroke of death is as a lover's pinch, which is hurt and is desired.
I know.
Dost thou lie still? If thus thou vanish, thou tellest the world it is not worth leave taking.
Dissolve thick cloud and rain, so that I may say the gods themselves do weep.
This proves me base.
You
Before
are.
he first met
We're talking!
Mrs. Morter, we have our test tomorrow.
I cannot allow you to use the elocution hour to learn what you should have already been learning the entire past term.
Excuse me? He'll make demand of her, and spend thou kiss which is my heaven to have. Come thou mortal wretch.
You're talking to an asp. You're going to die. Try to feel. Try. Try again. I'll give you the cue.
What's a cue?
Cue is a line given an actor or actress to remind them of their next speech.
To remind him or her.
With thy sharp teeth, this not intrinsicate.
Did he not mean intrinsic?
Be still. Poor venomous fool, be angry and dispatch. Peace, peace. Dost thou not see the baby at my breast?
Miss Morter, you skipped 2 lines because Red
I
here-
never missed a
Yes,
line.
you did, 'cause Red
In
here-
my life,
I would have said
never.
Yes, ma'am, right here.
Udy or Vasco take the dative?
What is stupid.
You're always correcting somebody.
Lois, I cannot allow you to interrupt us this way.
Were you ever in the movies, Miss Morter?
I had my offers. It's a shallow art, not for me.
Look at that! That's awful! You know what I think? I think you did it on purpose, but it's not going to work because I've got my strapless dress. So there.
That I want to see. You in a strapless dress?
Just stop. Because he's coming to my house.
He's coming to your house because he's your cousin, that's what. A strapless dress?
I want this noise to cease, and I want silly talk to stop. It is natural for young women to think of young men, but it is not natural until it is proper.
Miss Morter, was Mr. Morter very handsome?
He was an executive. Well, young lady, where have you been? You were supposed to read Antony. Where have you been?
I took a walk.
Without asking my permission. The result is that I had to read Antony, and I have enough to do. You've been most discourteous, and courtesy is breeding, and breeding is most desired in woman. So every man wants in woman.
May I have permission to write that down, Miss Morter?
We wrote it down last week.
Mary, I'm still waiting for your explanation, or I shall most certainly report this
I'm
to...
so sorry, Mrs. Morter. I went to get you these flowers. I thought they were pretty, and I didn't know it would take so long to pick them.
Well.
You were telling us just last week how much you like flowers, and I thought that I would bring you some, and
Oh, that was very sweet of you, Mary. I always like thoughtfulness, but you must never allow anything to interfere with your classes. Now run along and go get a vase for my flowers.
Oh, Antony, nay, I will take thee too. What, should I stay?
Peggy, you may put that book away. I'm sure your parents need never worry about your going on stage.
I don't want to go on the stage. I want to be a veterinarian.
Well, I certainly hope you won't read to the animals.
How much longer, oh Caroline, are you going to abuse our patience? And now translate it and try to get it right this time.
As soft as air, as sweet as balm. Oh, Antony.
Good afternoon, Miss Wright.
Kuzwe abutere.
Miss Wright, look what Evelyn did.
That's awful.
I didn't mean to do it that bad, Miss Wright. I saw a picture online and I tried to do it that way.
What am I gonna do? She's got like 1,000 copies and she won't delete them.
It's not flattering. Just delete it.
And hereafter we'll have no more using those awful filters.
Helen, did you look for your bracelet? I looked everywhere. I can't find it. Have a good look. It must be in your room somewhere. Hello, Mary.
good afternoon, Miss Wright.
Peggy has been reading Cleopatra for us.
Peggy doesn't like Cleopatra.
I'm not sure she quite appreciates it, but...
Well, I didn't either. Where'd you get those flowers, Mary?
Oh, she picked them for me. It made her a little late to class, but she overheard me saying how much I love flowers, so she went to get them for me. The first wildflowers of the season.
Not the very first, are they, Mary?
I don't know.
Where'd you get them?
Near Conway's cornfield, I think.
It wasn't necessary to go so far. There was a bunch exactly like that in the garbage can this morning.
Oh, what a nasty thing to do! Garbage can flowers. And I suppose you have just as fine excuse for being an hour late to breakfast this morning. And last week, I haven't wanted to tell you this before, but...
There's the bell. Wait a minute, Mary.
I can't remember the rest.
Pro, pri, sub, super. Don't worry, Lois. It'll come out all right. Mary?
Miss Wright, I have to get my Latin book.
Mary. Mary, I've had the feeling, and I don't think I'm wrong, that the girls here were happy, that they liked Miss Dobie and me, that they liked the school. I thought it was true until you came here a year ago, but I don't think you've been happy here. I wanted to talk with you many times before, but I was hoping you'd come to me. Why, what's the matter, Mary?
Nothing, Miss Wright.
There must be something wrong, or you wouldn't make up stories so often. Why, for example, do you find it necessary to lie to us so much?
I'm not lying. I went out walking, and I saw the flowers, and they looked pretty, and I didn't know it was so late.
Stop it, Mary. I'm not interested in hearing that foolish story again. I know you got the flowers out of the garbage can. What I do want to know is why you feel you have to lie your way out of it.
I did get the flowers near Conway's. You never believe me. You believe everybody but me. It's always like that. Everything I say you fuss at me about. Everything I do is wrong.
Mary, you know that isn't true. Let's try to understand each other. If you feel you have to take a walk, or that you can't come to class, or that you'd like to go to the village by yourself, come and tell me. I'll try and understand. I won't say that I'll always agree you should do exactly what you want to do, but I've had that feeling too. Everybody has, and I won't be unreasonable about yours. But this way, this kind of lying you do, makes everything wrong.
I got the flowers near Conway's cornfield.
Well, there doesn't seem to be any other way with you. You'll have to be punished. Take your recreation periods alone for the next 2 weeks. No horseback riding and no hockey. Is that understood?
Saturday too?
Yes.
We said I could go to the boat races.
I'm sorry, but you can't go.
I'll tell my father. I'll tell him how I get treated here and how I get punished for every little thing I do. I'll tell him.
Or I'd slap her hands.
Go upstairs.
I don't feel so well.
Go upstairs now.
I've got a pain. I've had it all morning. It hurts right here. Really, it does.
Ask Miss Dobie to give you some hot water and bicarbonate of soda.
It's a bad pain. I've never had it before. My heart? It's my heart! It's stopping or something. I can't breathe!
she's...
Just go.
Heart trouble's very serious in a child.
Mary. Mary. Oh, it's right. Oh, it hurts. I feel like I'm gonna die. Mary, it's okay. It's right.
Did you get Joe?
What happened to her? She was perfectly fine a few hours ago.
She still is. I told her she couldn't go to the boat races and she decides to have a heart attack.
Where is she?
In there, Mortar's with her.
Anything really wrong with her?
I doubt it. Isn't it wonderful what kids can think up? Her latest trick was kidding your cousin out of a lesson with those faded flowers we threw out. Then she threatened to go to her father with some tale about being mistreated.
And please God, he would forgive her and take her away from here.
No, but we ought to do something.
Why don't we try having a talk with Mr. Tilford?
You want to do it?
No.
I hate to do it. He's been so nice to us. Anyway, it wouldn't do any good. He's too crazy about Mary to see her clearly, and the kid knows it.
Well, we could ask Joe to say something to her. She listened to him. We don't get anywhere with that kid, and we might as well admit it. And I'm bored of hearing myself say, Mary, can I help you? Mary, is there something wrong? So, something goes on with that kid, and we don't know any more than we did on the first day that she came.
All right, we'll ask Joe what he thinks. Be nice if she didn't come back next term. Be very nice if our other nuisance didn't come back either.
Ah, my cousin the actress. What's she been up to now?
The usual foolishness. Last night at dinner, she gave a full hour's lecture on the benefits of playing Cleopatra. That, she said, happened in Butte, Montana, on a night when a man in a box fell in love with her. He threw her a string of pearls.
Oh, I've heard that story. And once the man in the box was a duke, and once he was a king. I heard all those stories.
Couldn't we get rid of her soon? I don't want to make it hard on you, but she really ought to not be here.
I know.
We can scrape up enough money to send her away. Let's do it.
Okay. I'll talk to her tomorrow and I'll see that she goes as soon as possible.
Did you get Joe himself on the phone?
He was already on his way over here. Isn't he always on his way?
Yes, well, I am going to marry him. I'm glad he wants to see me.
You and him haven't talked about marriage in a while. Have you and him decided
Yes, we'll get married as soon as the term is over. We'll be out of debt by then, and the school will be paying for itself. We found a house. Well, I'll go and look at it tomorrow.
So soon? Oh, then won't we take our vacation together?
Of course we will, the three of us.
Oh, I take it for granted, I guess. That we're going to a lake, just the two of us, like we always do.
Now there will be three of us. That'll be fun, too.
Why haven't you told me any of this before?
I'm not telling you anything we haven't talked about often.
You never told me about a farm or the house or...
We only decided the other night. It's a big day for the school. I guess we're good teachers. Rosalie has finally put an L in could.
You really are going to leave, aren't you?
I'm not going to leave and you know it. Why do you say things like that? We agreed a long time ago my marriage wasn't going to interfere with my work here.
But it will, you know it will.
My marriage is not going to interfere with my work here. You're making something out of nothing.
It will.
It's nonsense. Joe doesn't want me to give up here.
I don't understand you. We've worked so hard for all of this, and just imagine having a nice winter coat with the holes in the lining again, and now that we're here, you're just ready to leave and let it all go to hell.
You're making something out of nothing.
It's just gonna be hard going on alone afterwards.
You haven't listened to a word I've said. You are not going on alone. You talk as if you've never taken my marriage very seriously.
It's not that, it's just...
Hello, darling. I'm Martha.
Hello, Joe.
Come in and look at your little cousin. She says she has a pain in her heart.
I don't like to look at her very much. I dropped my Bernice on the way over, helped them with a new bowl. Easier to deliver a baby.
Heart attacks and nothing to play with. Go and see her.
Never played with one in my life.
I was asked to leave the room. It seems I'm not wanted in the room during the examination. It's a deliberate snub.
I don't think so.
It was I who saved Delia Lampert's life that time she had that heart attack in Buffalo. Right on stage without losing a line. Poor Delia. She married Robert LaFawn after he found out there was no soap with me. Not 9 months later, he ran away with Eve Clune, who made a great hit playing the infant phenomenon when she was 47. The British don't care about age. Delia's heart attack came afterward.
Yes, if you've seen one heart attack, you've seen them all.
So you don't resent your cousin being snubbed and humiliated.
Cousin Lily.
Karen is rude to me and you know it.
She's very kind to you. And what's even harder? Patient.
Patient? With me? Here I've worked my fingers to the bone to help you both.
Don't tell yourself that too often. You'll start believing it.
I know it's true. Where else could you have gotten a woman of my reputation to give these children voice lessons, elocution lessons? Patient with me? Here I've donated
You're
my
being paid.
services. That small thing? I used to earn twice that for one performance.
Yeah, no wonder the theater's in trouble. Lily, you don't like it here.
Satisfied enough, I guess, for a poor relation.
You don't like the school or the farm.
I told you you shouldn't have bought a place like this. Burying yourself on a farm, meeting no men. You'll regret it.
But we like it here. Would you like to go to London, Lily?
It's been years. She'll never see it again.
Well, we have the money to spare now. Just pick out the ticket and I'll buy the flight. All right, well, now that's settled. You'll have a grand time seeing all your old friends. And if you live sensibly, you'll have enough to live on.
So you want me to leave?
Lily.
You're trying to get rid of me.
Yes, that's it. We don't want you around digging the buried treasure.
So you're putting me out. Nice, grateful girl you are.
How can anybody deal with you? You're getting what you want. You will be better off alone. You complain about the farm, you complain about the school, you complain about Karen, and now you have what you want. You're still looking
Please
for
do
some.
not raise your voice.
Be glad I don't do worse.
I'm not going to England. I refuse to let you ship me off any place you like.
Lily?
I shall return to the stage. I'll call my agents, and as soon as they have something for me, I'll be out of here.
The truth is, we'd like you to leave, and soon. And it doesn't make any difference whose fault it is.
You wish me to go tonight?
Lily, go as soon as you found a place. Put the money in the bank for tomorrow.
You think I take your money? I'd rather scrub floors first.
You give up after the first floor. Lily, your staying here wasn't even part of this permanent arrangement. You'll be happier.
I should have known by this time that the wise thing to do is to stay out of your way whenever he's in the house.
What are you talking about?
Never mind. I should have known better. You always take your spite out on me.
Spite? Please, let's not have any more of this today. I'm tired. I'm up at 6 in the morning.
Any day that he's in the house is a bad day.
When who is in the house?
Don't think you're fooling me. I wasn't born yesterday, and I didn't meet you last month.
I don't understand what you're saying, but I do know that the amount of disconnected in your sense tires me and always has.
I know what I know. Every time that man is in this house, you're in a bad mood. It seems like you just can't stand the idea of them being together. God knows what you'll do when they get married. You're jealous, that's what it is.
I'm very fond of Joe, and you know it.
I don't know who you're fond of. I've never understood you. You better get a beau of your own. That's what you need. Every woman, no matter what she says, is jealous when another woman gets married.
Really? Please stop that talk. I've had it for too many years and I can't stand it anymore.
You've always had a jealous and possessive nature, even as a child. If you had a friend, you'd always get jealous if she liked anybody else. And that's what's happening now. And it's unnatural. Just as unnatural as it can be.
Lily, the earlier you get out of here, the better. I want you to leave. And now. Right away! Come in. What were you doing there?
We came down to see what was happening to Mary.
And you stopped long enough to see how we were. Did you deliberately listen?
We didn't mean to. We heard voices.
Eavesdropping is something ladies just don't do.
Go upstairs. We'll talk about it later.
You mean you're not going to do anything about that?
You should not be around children.
What exactly does that mean?
When you're at your best, you're not for tender years.
So now it's my fault, is it? You better start looking at yourself and not bother so much with me. Good day, Joseph.
How's Mary?
What's the matter with the Duchess?
Rehearsing an exit in case she finds the right play. What about Mary?
Nothing.
Thought so.
Just a little something she thought up. Heart trouble sounds serious, and I guess you heard something that fainting scares people.
But that's such a silly thing to do. She knew we'd have you in. Guess she's not all that smart. Any dumb people in your family, Joe? Any inbreeding?
It's another side of the family. No, I want no part of it.
Do you know what the matter is with her, though?
Well, her mother died when she was very young. Her father's always spoiled her.
Yeah, well, we're coming to the end of our road with her, and we don't know what to do anymore.
Aren't you taking it a little seriously?
Maybe, but I don't know. Once you've been around children for long enough, you won't know what to take seriously or not. I don't know, I think somebody else talked to her.
You wouldn't be meaning me now, would you?
I mean, Karen and I were talking, and she's her cousin, and...
Look, I'm marrying Karen, but that doesn't mean I'm going to write Mary Tilford into the contract. Incidentally, did Karen tell you we're looking at the old King House down the road?
She told me, incidentally.
Martha, what's the matter?
Nothing.
Something's the matter. Look, for a long time, I know you and I have had something to talk about. Every time I bring up my marriage with Karen, you... Look, I'm very fond of you, and I always thought you liked me. If you're worried about the school, don't be.
Damn you! Leave me alone! Stop patronizing, you're consoling, you're feeling sorry for me, you're doing whatever you're doing! Leave me alone! I'm sorry, Joe. I didn't mean it. I'm turning into such an awful...
You're not turning into anything.
Your man's got a nice shoulder to lean on.
He's an admirable man in every way. Well, the angel child is now looking very sick and putting her clothes back on.
Her presence is abroad, even while she's unconscious. I caught Peggy and Evelyn listening to my conversation more earlier.
We'll have to move those girls away from one another, away from Mary.
Yeah, that's my class. I'll send Peggy and Evelyn down. Better put them in a different room.
Yes, I will. Mary! Mary!
Oh, look who's back from the dead. Meet any interesting people over there?
My heart hurts.
You like that story, don't you?
It's my heart, and it hurts. I want to see my father.
Come in, girls. I want to talk to you.
We're awfully sorry, really. We just weren't thinking.
I'm sorry, too. You girls never used to do things like this. We'll have to separate you three.
We've been together almost a year now.
It was evidently too long. Peggy will move in with Lois. Lois will move in with Evelyn. Mary, you will move in with Rosalie.
But Rosalie hates me.
It's a silly thing to say. I can't imagine Rosalie hating anyone.
And it's all because I had a pain. If anybody else was sick, they'd be put to bed to rest. You're always mean to me. I get blamed and punished for everything. I do, Cousin Joe. All the time. For everything.
Look, you've been unpleasant enough to Miss Wright. Just stay here until you stop working yourself into a fit. And also, how about this? Drop by the hospital sometime and I'll show you how to do a good faint. She's not gonna hurt herself crying. Take care of yourself.
I'll walk to the car with you. Girls, go pack your things and tell Lois to do the same.
Don't do that, she'll hear you.
Who cares if she does? She can hear this too.
Now what are you gonna do?
You're gonna get in trouble now. Dr. Carden gave this to Miss Wright. It's a lover's gift.
There's nothing like a lover's gift. Leave it alone. Remember we did it.
We didn't do it. You did it.
And what will you do if I say we did do it? Never mind. I'll think of something else. The wind could have knocked it over.
Yeah, she'll believe that one.
Stop worrying about it. I'll get out of it.
Did you really have pain?
I fainted, didn't I? I wish I could faint. Is it hard? I've never worn glasses or had braces, and I've got my own tonsils.
What did Miss Wright do to you in the class last?
Told me I couldn't go to the boat races.
God.
But we'll tell you everything that happens, and we'll bring you back cool souvenirs and stuff.
I won't let you go if I can't go. But I'll find somewhere to go. What was she talking about when she moved you? What were you doing?
Well, we came down to see what was happening to you, but we could hear Miss Dobie and Mortar having an awful row, and then Miss Dobie caught us, and there we were.
A lot of crawling and crying you both did to, I bet.
We were sort of sorry for listening. I guess it was.
You're always sorry for everything. What were they saying?
What was who saying?
Dobie and Mortar are stupid.
Just talking, I guess.
Fighting.
About what?
Well, they were talking about Mortar going away to England.
I don't think it was nice to have listened, and I think it's worse to tell.
Aw, you do you? You just don't tell me and see what happens.
Mortar got awful sore at that and said they were just trying to get rid of her. Then they started talking about Dr. Carter.
What about him?
Come on, we've got to get moving, because Miss Wright's coming.
Shut up! Go on, Evelyn.
They're going to be married, the two of them.
Everybody knows that.
But not everybody knows that Miss Dobie doesn't want them to get married. So how do you like that?
I have class soon. If you're gonna move your things, could you?
What do you want, you idiot?
I'm trying to tell her. If you're gonna move your things, not that I want you to, you better get started right now. Miss Wright's coming in a minute.
Who cares if she is?
I'm just telling you for your own good.
We're coming.
No. Let Rosalie move our things.
Are you crazy?
It's all right. Evelyn and I'll get your things. Come on, Evelyn.
Trying to get out of telling me, huh? Well, you won't get out of it that way. Sit down and stop being such sissies. Rosalie, tell you what. You go on up and move my things, and don't say a word about us being down here.
And who was your French maid yesterday, Mary Tilford? And who will wait upon you in the insane asylum?
You'll do for today. Now go on, Rosalie, and fix my things. Crazy. And the next time we go into town, I'll lend you my gold beads and my gold pin. You'll like that, won't you, Rosalie?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not talking about anything in particular. You just run along now and remind me the next time to lend you my gold beads and my gold pin.
All right. I'll do it this time, but just because I've got a good disposition. Don't think you're gonna boss me around, Mary Tilford.
No, indeed. And get the things done neatly, Rosalie. Don't muss my white blouse. And my tennis shoes also need cleaning.
Now, what do you think of that? What made her so agreeable?
Oh, just a little secret we got. Now go on. What were they saying?
Well, Mortar told Miss Dobie that she was jealous of Miss Wright, and that she better get a beau of her own because it was unnatural, and that she never wanted anybody to like Miss Wright, and that was unnatural, and man, did Miss Dobie get sore at that.
Then we didn't hear any more. Peggy dropped some books.
What do you mean Dobie was jealous?
What's unnatural?
For not natural.
It's funny because everybody gets married.
A lot of people don't. They're too ugly.
Oh my god, wait. Rosalie's gonna find that copy of Mademoiselle de Maupin in our room, and she's gonna rat us out.
She won't say a word.
Who gets the book when we leave?
You can have it. It's what I was doing this morning. Finishing it. There's this one part in
What
it.
part?
Well, what was it?
Wait until you read it.
Did you understand it? I don't know.
It's a shame about being moved. I don't want to go in with Helen. She's John's cousin, and I don't want to talk about that whole thing.
What whole thing? You've only met him once.
It was a dirty trick making us move. She just wants to see how much fun she can take away from me. She hates me.
No, she doesn't, Mary. She treats you just like the rest of us, almost better.
That's right. Stick up for your crush. Take her side against mine.
I didn't mean it that way.
We'd better go upstairs.
I'm not going.
Rosalie isn't so bad.
What are we gonna do about that thing?
I don't care about Rosalie, and I don't care about that thing. I'm not going to be here.
Not gonna be here?
What do you mean?
I'm going home.
Mary!
You can't do that.
Oh, can't I? You just watch. I'm not staying here. I'm going home, and I'm going to tell my father that I'm not staying anymore. You know, I'm going to tell him how unhappy I am. They're scared of him because he helped them out when they first started. And trust me, when he tells them something, they'll sit up and listen. They can't get away with treating me like this, and they don't have to because they can.
So you're just gonna walk out like that?
What are you gonna tell your father?
Ugh, who cares? I can always do it better on the spur of the moment.
They'll send you right back.
You let me worry about that. My father is very fond of me because my mother killed herself, but he won't admit it. I can manage him all right.
I don't think you ought to go, Mary, really. It's just gonna cause an awful lot of trouble.
And what are we gonna do about this thing?
Say I did it. It doesn't make a bit of difference to me anymore. Now listen, you two gotta help. They won't miss me before dinner, but you have to make Rosalie shut the door and keep it shut. Now, I'll go through the field to French's, and then I'll take the bus to Homestead.
How are you gonna get to the streetcar?
By taxi, idiot.
How are you gonna get out of here in the first place?
I'm gonna walk out the front door. I know where it is, so I'm just gonna walk right through it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have the nerve.
Of course you wouldn't. Let them do anything to you, anything they want. Well, they can't do it to me. Who's got any money?
Not me, not a cent.
Well, I've got to get money for the taxi and for the bus.
So why don't you just wait till get your allowance on Monday, and then you can go to any place you want. And maybe by that time...
No, I'm going today. Now.
Well, you can't walk to town.
You've got money. Go get it for me.
No. No, I won't get you my money.
You can't have that money, Mary.
Get it?
I won't. I just won't. Mama doesn't send me much allowance, not as much as the rest of you get. And I saved it for so long, and you took it from me last time.
She wants that dress so bad.
I'll tell you a secret. I never even go to the movies with Miss Dovey and Miss Wright to give me the money. I never have anything the rest of you get at all, ever. Please, Mary.
Get it for me.
No! Ow!
Just say when you've had enough.
Okay.
Go on. Go on.
You say I'm funny, you say I'm sweet. You like my sweater, you love my shoes. You say you're jealous of my hair. You smile, say the nice things, say the nicest things. Let's be real, let's be true. There are bad things to say them too. Why don't you say them too? The truth stings. For sure, saying it behind my back hurts more. Truth stings. For sure, saying it behind my back hurts more. If you're my friend, just say it. Just say it to me softly. Say it to me softly. Say it to me. Say it to me. Say it to me softly. Say it to me softly. Say it to me softly. You say I'm funny. You say I'm sweet. You like my sweater. You love my shoes. You say you're jealous of my hair. You smile. Say the nicest things. Say the nicest things. Let's be real. Let's be true. There are bad things to say them too. Why don't you say them too? Truth stings. For sure, saying it behind my back or the truth stings. For sure, saying it behind my back hurts more. If you're my friend, just say it. Just say it to me softly. Say it to me softly. Say it to me. Say it to me. Say it to me softly. Say it to me softly. Say it to me softly. Hey, say it to me softly. Truth stings. For sure, saying it behind my back hurts more. Truth stings. gotta say it. Just say it to me softly, say it to me softly, say it to me, say it to me, say it to me softly, say it to me softly, say it to me softly. All you gotta do is say it to me softly.
What are you doing here? Well, come on in. They're just standing there looking at me. Have they given you a holiday? Or did you just decide to get a better dinner here? Can she even say hello?
Hello, Agatha. You didn't give me a chance. Where's Papa?
Weren't you at school? Look at your face and clothes. Where have you been?
Got a little dirty coming home. I walked part of the way through the woods.
And why do you wear your old brown coat?
Stop asking me so many questions. Where's Papa?
Where any person ought to be at this time of day? He's working.
Is anybody coming for dinner?
He didn't say anything about you coming.
Why would he? He didn't know.
What are you doing here?
Leave me alone. I don't feel well.
Why don't you feel well? Who ever heard of a person going for a walk in the woods when they didn't feel well?
Leave me alone. I came home because I was sick,
You look alright.
but I don't feel alright. I can't even come home without everybody nagging at me.
Don't think you're fooling me, young lady. You might put a little over some people's eyes, but I bet you've been up to something again. Well, you wait right here till I tell your father, and if you feel so sick, you certainly don't want any better. Why didn't you at least bring your coat? And why the rush to get home?
I'll call you back.
Papa!
Of course, yeah. Thank you. Mary, what are you doing home?
I'm coming to see you, Papa. You didn't come visit me all last week.
I couldn't, dear, but I was coming tomorrow.
I missed you so. I was awfully homesick.
I'm glad that's all it was. I was frightened when Agatha said you were not well.
Did I say that? I thought you only came home for Wednesday night fetch cake.
But how did you get here? Did Miss Karen drive you over?
I walked part of the way and then a lady gave me a ride.
Wait, did you have to walk through the woods in her very best coat?
Mary, do you mean you left without permission?
I ran away, Papa. They didn't know.
That was a very bad thing to do, and they'll be worried. Agatha, phone Miss Wright and tell her Mary she's here. You will drive her back after dinner.
No, Papa. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please let me stay.
Darling, you can't leave school anytime you please.
But Papa! Please don't send me back right away. You don't know how they'll punish me.
I don't think they'll be that angry. Come on, you're acting like a foolish little girl.
Papa! Please! I can't go back. I can't. They'll kill me. They will, Papa. They'll kill me.
Never mind phoning now, Agatha.
You're going to let her.
Stop that, Mary. Stand up.
So nice here, Papa.
I'm glad you like being here with me, but at your age, you can hardly. What made you talk like that about Miss Wright and Miss Stoughton? You can't say such things about people. You know, they wouldn't hurt you for anything.
Oh, but they would. I fainted today.
Fainted?
Yes, I did. My heart, I had a pain in my heart, and when I fainted right in class, they called Cousin Joe, and he said that I didn't. He said that maybe that it was just that I ate my breakfast too fast, and Miss Wright blamed me for it.
If Joseph said it wasn't serious, it wasn't.
But I did have a pain in my heart, honest.
Have you still got it?
Well, I guess I haven't still got it quite as much, but I do feel a little weak, and I was scared of how mean Miss Wright was being to me just because I was sick.
Scared of Karen? Nonsense. It's perfectly possible you had pain. But if you had been really sick, Joseph would have known it. Now, it's not nice to frighten people into pretending to be more sick than you are.
I didn't mean to be sick, but I'm always getting punished for everything.
You mustn't imagine things like that, child, or you're going to grow up to be a very unhappy woman. Now, I'm not going to scold you anymore for coming home this time, although I suppose I should. Run along upstairs, wash your face, change your dress, and get ready for dinner.
And I can stay for dinner?
Yes.
But maybe I could stay till the first of the week. Saturday's your birthday after all, and I could be here with
We
you.
won't celebrate my birthday, dear. We'll wait for yours.
But how much do you love me?
As much as all the words, in all the books, in all the world.
Remember when I was little and you used to say that to me right before I went to sleep? And it was a rule. Nobody could say another single word before you finished. You used to say, world! And then I had to shut my eyes tight. I miss you an awful lot, Papa.
I miss you too. But I'm afraid my Latin is rusty. You'll do better in school.
But maybe I could stay out the rest of this term. After the summer, maybe I won't mind it so much. I'll study hard.
Don't be silly, Mary. Back you go tonight. Let's not have any more running from school ever, and no more talk about this.
Then I really have to go back there tonight?
Of course you do.
You don't care about me. You don't care whether they kill me or not.
Mary?
You don't. You don't. You don't care what happens to me.
But I do care you're talking this way.
I'm so sorry I said that, Papa. I didn't to hurt your feelings. Forgive me.
What made you talk like that?
I'm scared, Papa. I'm scared. They'll do dreadful things to me.
Dreadful nonsense. They'll punish you for running away. You deserve to be punished.
It's not that. It's not anything that I do. It never is. They punish me anyhow, just like they've got something against me. I'm afraid of them, Papa, and that's the truth.
I have never heard such nonsense. What have they ever done to you that is so terrible?
A lot of things, all the time. Miss Rice says I can't go to the boat races, and it's after what happened today.
You mean something else besides your naughtiness and pretending to faint and then running away?
I did faint. I didn't pretend. They just said that to make me feel bad.
What was it then?
I can't tell you.
Why?
Because you're just going to take their side.
Very well. Dinner's almost ready. Run along.
It was all about Miss Dobie and Mrs. Mortar. They were talking awful things, and Peggy and Evelyn heard them. And then Miss Dobie found out, and she made us move our rooms.
I don't understand what you're saying. What has that to do with you?
She made us move our rooms. They said we couldn't be together anymore. She has good reason. They're afraid to have us near them, that's what it is. And they're taking it out on me. They're afraid of you.
You're talking like a crazy girl. Why would they be afraid of me? Am I so unpleasant?
They're afraid you'll find out.
Mary, you're annoying me very much. Now run upstairs before I get angry.
All right. They have a lot of secrets. And they're afraid I'll find out and tell you.
There is nothing wrong with people having secrets.
But they've got funny ones. Peggy and Evelyn overheard Mrs. Mortar telling Miss Dobie that she was jealous of Miss Wright marrying Cousin Joe.
You shouldn't repeat things like that. It means
And
nothing.
she said that it was unnatural for a girl to feel that way. That's just what she said, Papa. I'm just telling you what she said. She said Miss Dobie had always been like that and that it was unnatural.
Stop using that silly word, Mary.
That was the word she kept using, Papa. And then Miss Dobie said that Miss Mortar would have to get out of the house. And
That was probably not the reason at all.
I bet it was. Because honestly, Miss Dobie does get mean and cranky every time Cousin Joe visits. And today, I heard her say, "Damn you," and that she was just a jealous fool and that he was to leave her alone.
You have picked up some very fine words, haven't you, Mary?
That was just what they said, Papa. And one time, Miss Wright was crying in Miss Dobie's room. Miss Wright said that, okay, maybe she wouldn't get married straight away to Cousin Joe if
How do you know all this?
because, I mean, Miss Dobie was talking awful loud, and their room is right next to ours.
Whose room?
Miss Wright's room. And I mean, you can just ask Peggy and Evelyn. They know too. And almost always Miss Dobie comes in after we go to sleep and stays a long time. I guess that's why they want to get rid of us, of me. Because we hear things. And almost always I get punished for...
For eavesdropping, I should think. Very well. Enough gossip for tonight. Dinner's almost ready.
And you've always told me that I should tell you things that worry me. Plenty of things I've heard worry me, Papa.
What things?
Bad things.
Well, what were they?
I can't tell you!
Mary, you're annoying me very much. Either say what you have to say.
I can't say it out loud.
There is nothing you can't possibly say out loud. Either say what you have to say or be still.
Okay, but there are a lot of things I don't understand. But it's awful, and sometimes they fight, and Miss Debbie cries, and Miss Wright gets mad, and then they make up, and there are always funny noises, and we get scared.
Noises. I suppose you girls have a fun time imagining a murder.
And I've seen things too. Funny things. I tell you, but I've got to whisper it.
Why must you whisper it?
I don't know. I just got to.
What are you saying, Mary? Mary, I believe you don't know what you're saying. Are you telling me the truth?
Honest. Honest. Just ask Peggy and Evelyn. Just get them here and ask them. And I bet there are other kids who know too, but we've always been too afraid to talk about it or to ask and to be found out. And I mean, it's in a lot of books, and there was this girl from town, but... Papa, please don't make me go back to that awful place.
What?
Please don't make me go back to that place. I'm so unhappy there. And I don't understand.
Be
but-
still a minute. Are you telling me the truth?
I swear. On my mother's grave. Please don't make me go back.
No, you won't have to go back.
Honest? Ah, you're the nicest, loveliest father in all the world. You're not mad at me?
I'm not mad at you. Now run upstairs. Is Miss Wright in? Is Miss Wright in? Never mind. Lock her garden, please. Charles Silford. Joseph. Joseph, I need to see you immediately. Yes, I'm perfectly fine. No, but it's important. No, it's not about Mary fainting. In one way, it's about Mary. Will the hospital take so long? Very well, Joseph. Make it as soon as you can. Mrs. Munn, please. Charles Tilford. Miriam. Miriam, I need to speak to you immediately. I'm sorry to interrupt, but this is important. Something very shocking about the school. Yes, it involves Evelyn and Mary. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. Yes, please.
And see to it that she doesn't get all the good blankets all dirty and have to wear your green pajamas.
Who?
Who? Don't you ever keep your ears open? Rosalie Wells is coming over to spend the night with you.
You mean she's going to sleep here?
You heard me.
What for?
Do I know all the crazy things that are happening around here? Your father phoned Mrs. Wells all the way to New York, and Mrs. Wells wanted to know if Rosalie could stay here until tomorrow.
Oh. Couldn't Evelyn Munn come instead?
Sure, we'll have the whole town over to entertain you.
Well, I'm not going to let Rosalie Wells wear my new pajamas.
Don't tell me what you won't do. You'll act like a lady for once in your life. Come in, Rosalie. Just one. Have you had your dinner?
Yes, ma'am.
Take off your pretty coat. Have you had your bath?
Yes, ma'am, this morning.
You better have another one. Whoa.
Such a child. Isn't it funny about school?
What's so funny about it?
Don't act like you can come home every night.
Maybe I can from now on. Maybe I'm never going back.
Am I going back? I don't want to go home.
What'll you give to know?
Nothing. I'll just ask my mother.
Will you give me some free gossip if I tell you?
All right. Lois Fisher told Helen that you were very smart.
That's old news. I won't take it.
You've got to take it.
Nuh-uh.
You don't know anyway.
Well, I know that my father called your father and that you're just going to spend the night here. I wish Evelyn could have come instead of you.
But what's happened? Peggy and Evelyn and Lois and Helen all went home tonight too. Do you think someone's got secret measles or something?
No. Do you know what it is?
How'd you find out? Always pretending you know everything.
We're just faking.
Never mind, don't bother telling me. I think curiosity is very unladylike anyhow. I have no concern with your city secrets. None at all. What'd you say?
I didn't say anything. But now, suppose I said you were in on it.
And on what?
The secret. Suppose I said that you were the one who told me about it.
Mary Tilford, you can do a thing like that. I didn't tell you about anything. Did you tell your father such a thing?
Maybe.
Well, I'm going right up to your father and I'm going to tell him I didn't tell you anything. Whatever it is, you're just trying to get me into trouble, like always, and I'm not going to let you.
Wait a minute. I'll come with you.
What for?
I'm gonna tell him about Helen Burton's bracelet.
What about it?
Just that you stole it.
Shut up! I didn't do any such thing.
Oh, yes, you did.
You made it up. You're always making things up.
You can't call me a liar, Rosalie Wells. That's a kind of dare, and I won't take a dare. I guess I'll go tell my father anyway. Then he'll call the police, and they'll come get you. And you'll get tried in court. And you'll go to one of those prisons where you'll get older and older. And then when you come out, your mom and dad will be dead. And you'll be begging on the streets.
You won't tell. Say you won't tell.
Am I a liar?
No.
Then say, I apologize on my hands and knees.
I apologize on my hands and knees. Let's play a game.
Wait a minute. Say, I, Rosalie Wells, am the vassal of Mary Tilford, and will do and say anything she tells me, under the solemn oath of a knight.
I won't say that. That's the worst oath there is.
Will you swear it?
Then you could tell me to do anything.
Say it quick, girl.
From now on, I, Rosalie Wells, am the vassal of Mary Tilford, and will do and say whatever she tells me, under the solemn oath of a knight.
And don't you forget that.
Good evening. Rosalie, you're looking very well.
Good evening, Mr. Tilford. She's getting fatter every day.
Then it's very becoming. That must be Joseph. Mary, take Rosalie into the library. There's some fruit on the table. Be sure you're fast asleep by 10:30.
Papa?
Yes?
Cousin Joe will say I've got to go back. He'll say I wasn't really...
Hello, Charles.
Hello, Joseph. How are you?
Mary home?
Whiskey?
Please. Headaches again?
No.
What's the matter with your hands?
Nothing. Joseph, how have you been?
Fine.
I haven't seen you in a few weeks. Agatha misses you for Sunday dinners.
Well, I've been busy. We're just getting the results from mating season at the hospital.
Oh, have I taken you away from patient?
No. I was at the hospital. Told you that.
How's the hospital? How's it getting on?
Fine, same as always. Not enough money, poorly equipped, everybody growling at everybody else. But Charles, you didn't bring me here to talk about the hospital, did you? What's the matter with you?
I have something to tell you, Joseph.
Well, out with it. Yes?
It's a very hard thing to say.
Hard for you to say to me. Look, Charles, if you're worried about Mary, well, her fame was caused by nothing but bad temper and was poorly managed at that. She's terrible.
I've heard about the fame. That's not what worries me.
Are you in trouble?
Yes. Bad trouble. We all are in trouble.
We? Me, you mean? Because nothing's the matter with me.
Joseph, when did you last see Karen?
Today, this afternoon.
Oh, not since 7 o'clock?
What's happened since 7 o'clock?
Joseph, you've been engaged to Karen for a long time. Have your plans been any more definite than they used to be a year ago?
You can buy the wedding present, and we'll be married right here in this room, just like you and I planned long before we knew the girl.
But why has Karen suddenly decided to make it definite?
It's always been definite. Up to the last year, I've been paying back the money I borrowed for medical school, and, well, you know that. And now I'm doing all right. School's pretty well on its feet. There's even enough money to support Lily. That way Martha will be more comfortable.
Yeah, I've heard Mrs. Mortar being put out.
Put out? It's about time. And the promise that a good cousin will take care of you the rest of your life? It's a mighty nice way of being put out.
You know, you don't find it odd that they want so much to get rid of that silly woman. She's harmless enough.
You don't know what you're talking about. Lily Mortar isn't harmless. Although God knows she's silly enough. She's nasty, tiresome, and spoiled, and if you're feeling sorry for her, you're wasting your time. It's not like you to waste your time or to waste mine. What did you call me here for?
You must not marry Karen.
And why must I not marry Karen? Yes? Why must I not marry Karen?
Because there's something wrong with her. Something horrible.
There's something horribly wrong with you for thinking to talk to me that way.
I know what I'm talking about.
Mr. Tilford, Agatha is here.
Who's that? I won't have her here.
What are you talking about?
I won't have her here.
Then you don't want me here either. Darling, what's going on?
What happened, Joe? Is it a joke, Joe?
We've come to find out what you're doing.
What is it?
I don't know. I don't know. What did he do it for?
What are you talking about? What do you mean?
You should not have come here.
What is it?
I tried to reach you. I tried and tried. Hasn't he told you?
Nobody's told me anything. I have not heard anything but wild talk. Karen, what's going on? Martha, what's the matter?
An insane asylum has been let loose. How do we know what's happened?
What was it?
Nobody would talk to us. Nobody would tell us anything.
Just tell me what's going on.
See if you can make any sense out of it. At dinner time, Miss Monchauffeur arrived and said that Evelyn must be sent home right away. At 7:30, Miss Byrne came to tell us that she wanted Helen's things packed immediately and that she wouldn't enter a place like ours. 5 minutes later, the Wells butler came for Rosalie.
Why?
It was a madhouse, people rushing in and out, the children being pushed into cars, Karen and I begging people to tell us, nobody answering us.
Mrs. Rogers finally told us.
What?
That Martha and I have been lovers. Mr. Tilford told them.
Did you tell them that?
Yes?
Are you sick? Are you a sick man?
You know I'm not sick.
Then what did you do it for?
Because it's true.
You think it's true then?
Are you insane?
You mean you did say it? You knew what you were saying?
Yes, I knew what I was saying, and I don't think you should have come here.
We're being pushed around by a crazy man. That's an awful thing to do. And we're standing here taking it. Didn't you know we'd come? Did you expect us to lie down when you took up a gun and looked around for people to kill?
This can't do any of us any good, Miss Dobie.
This can't do any of us any good. Listen. We're not paper dolls. This is our lives you're playing with. Our lives. That means something to us. Can you understand that?
I can understand that. And I understand a lot more. You've been playing with a lot of children's lives here, and I've stopped you. I know how serious this is for you. How serious this is for all of us.
I don't think you know. I don't think so.
I wanted to avoid this meeting because it can't do any of us any good. This thing of your own may possibly be your own business, but it becomes a great deal more than that when children are concerned in it. Children!
It's not true. Not a word of it is true. Can't you understand that?
There won't be any punishment for you. And there shouldn't be any punishment for me. This is what this meeting is. This thing of your own, get it out of here. I don't understand it, and I don't want any part of it. Get out of here.
So you want us to leave then?
I think that's best for you.
There must be something. Something we can do to you. And whatever it is, we must find it.
That will be very unwise.
Do you know what's wise? You're an irresponsible man, Charles, that's all.
Makes me dirty and sick to stand here and defend myself. And against what? Against a lie. A great, awful lie.
I'm sorry, I can't believe that.
There isn't a single word of truth in anything you've said. Damn you!
They worked 8 long years to get enough money for that school. They went without everything young people ought to have. You wouldn't know a thing about that. That school meant things to them, like self-respect and honest work and bread and butter, and now you've taken it all away. What the hell did you do it for?
It had to be done.
Righteousness is a great thing.
I know what you must feel about
You
me.
have no idea how I feel.
I've loved you as much as I love my own blood. I wouldn't spare them. I couldn't spare you.
Oh, I believe you.
What is there to do to you? There must be something we can do to make you feel the way that we do tonight. You say you don't want any part, but you'll get a part of this. More than you bargained for. Are you willing to stand by everything that you said tonight?
Yes.
All right. That's fine. But don't get the idea that we'll let you whisper this lie. We'll make you shriek it. Shriek it to your town. And we'll make you do it in the courtroom. Tomorrow, Mr. Tillport, you have a libel suit on your hands.
Miss Dobie, don't do that.
It's your turn to be frightened.
It is you I'm thinking of. I'm frightened for you. It was wrong of you to brazen out here tonight. It would be criminally foolish of you to brazen out in public. It will bring you nothing but pain. I have seen too many people act in pride and anger. In the end, they punish themselves.
We'll take our own way.
So, you took a child's word for it?
Yes. That's what he did.
That's really where you got it? It couldn't be. Why, she's a child.
She's not a child.
Oh my god. It all fits so well now. That girl has hated us for a long time. We never knew why. We could never find any reason for her to
There's no reason. She hates everything and everybody.
Your Mary's a strange girl. A dark girl. There's something very awful the matter with her.
I was waiting for you to say that, Miss Wright.
I'm telling you the truth. We should have told it to you long ago. It's no use.
Where is she?
You cannot see her.
Where is she?
I won't have that, Joseph.
I want to talk to her.
I will not have her go through that again. You came here demanding explanations. It was I who should have asked them from you. You attacked me, you attacked Mary. I've told you, I don't mean you any harm. I still don't. You say this thing of your own, that it's not true? It may be natural that you should say so, but I know it's true. No matter what you say, you know very well that I wouldn't have acted until I was sure. All I wanted to do is to get those children away. You've been in my house long enough. Get out!
Let's go home.
I want to talk to Mary. I am going to talk to her. And you know I'm not going to leave this house until I do. And your friend, Charles, you won't be this. Mary?
Sit down, dear. Don't be afraid.
Now, Mary, everybody lies all the time. Sometimes they have to, sometimes they don't. I myself have lied for many different reasons. There was never a chance where if I'd been given the opportunity to take back the lie and tell the truth, I would not have done so. Now, I'm telling you this because I'm about to ask you some questions. And if you made a mistake, I need you to tell me the truth. Do you understand?
Yes, Cousin Joe.
All right. Were you telling your father the whole truth this morning about Miss Dobie and Miss Wright?
Oh, yes.
All right, Mary, that was your chance.
She stole you, Joseph. That will be all.
No. Will you answer some more questions, Mary?
Yes, Cousin Joe.
Stop that 6-week totem.
Why don't you like Miss Dobie and Miss Wright, Mary?
Oh, I do like them. They just don't like me. They never have liked me.
How do you know?
They're always picking on me. They're always punishing me for everything that happens. No matter what happens, it's always on me.
Why do you think that is?
Because, Papa,
All right. Did you get punished today?
yes, and it was just because Peggy and Evelyn heard them, and so they took it out on me.
That's a lie.
Heard what?
Well, Mrs. Mortar told Miss Dobie that there was something funny about her. She said she had a funny feeling about Miss Wright and that it was unnatural, and that was why we got punished, just because.
My cousin is an annoying woman. She said that to annoy me. It meant nothing more than that.
And Cousin Joe, she said that every time you came to the school, Miss Dobie got jealous, and that she didn't want you to get married.
Yes, she said that too. But this kid is taking little family things and making them have meanings that... Where did you learn so much in so little time?
What do you think Miss Mortar meant by all that talk, Mary?
I don't know, but it was always kind of funny. And she always said things like that, and All the girls would talk about it when Miss Wright one had visited Miss Dobie late at night.
And we work at night. And
And there were
sometimes we go
all
to the
fun
movies at
movies.
night. And sometimes we
And
drink
we
tea
stay
at night.
and
We're
listen.
guilty of all those things.
And
Be
that's
still! No! You don't want her still now. The sounds were like what?
She's just a child. It doesn't need a name. Stop.
Go on.
I don't know. They were just sounds.
But what did you think they were? Why did they frighten you?
I don't know.
She doesn't know.
But I saw things too. One night, there was so much noise that I thought somebody was sick or something. And so I looked through the keyhole, and they were kissing and saying things.
This
and then I
child
got
is
scared.
sick.
Ask her again how she could see us.
How could you see Miss Dobie and Miss Wright?
Tell him what you whispered to me.
It was at night, and I was leaning down by the keyhole, and
There's no keyhole on my door.
What?
There is no keyhole on my door.
it wasn't her room, Papa. It was the other room, I guess. It was Miss Dobie's room. I saw them through the keyhole in Miss Dobie's room.
How did you know anybody was in Miss Dobie's room?
Because I told you. We could hear them. Everybody could hear them.
I share a room with my cousin. It's on the first floor at the back of the house. Mary's room is on the second floor, on the other side. It's impossible to hear anything. Tom to go and see it for himself.
What is this, Mary? Why did you say you saw through a keyhole? Could you hear them from your room?
Everybody's yelling at me. I don't know what I'm saying with everybody mixing me all up. I did see it. I did.
What did you see? Where did you see it? I want the truth now, whatever it is.
We can go now. It's an ugly house.
Stop that crying, Mary. Stand up. I want the truth.
All right.
Well, what is the truth?
It was Rosalie who saw them. I just said it was me so I wouldn't have to tattle on Rosalie.
Oh my God.
It was Rosalie, Papa. She told us all about it. She said she had read about it in a book and that she knew everything. Ask Rosalie. You just ask Rosalie. She'll tell you. We used to talk about it all the time. She said it was once when the door was open and she told us all about it. That's the truth. That's the honest truth. I was just trying to say Rosalie and everybody jumps on me.
Please be still a minute.
Charles, you deserve whatever you get.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's what I do deserve. I'm sorry to keep you up so late, Rosalie. You must be very tired. Mary here says that there's been a lot of talk in the school about Miss Wright and Miss Dobie. Is any of that true?
I don't know what you mean.
That things have been said among the girls.
What things?
What was the talk about, Rosalie?
Don't be frightened.
You don't know what he means, Miss Wright.
Rosalie, Mary has told her father that certain things at school have been puzzling you girls. You, particularly.
A lot of things puzzle me. I guess I'm not very good at algebra, and Helen helps me sometimes, if that's what you mean.
No, that's not what she meant. She said that you saw certain acts between Miss Dobie and myself. She said that once, when the door was open, you saw us kissing each other in a way that women don't kiss each other.
Oh, Miss Wright, I didn't. I never said any such thing.
And that is true?
I never said any such thing. Mary always makes things up about me and everyone else. Everyone in the school knows that. I never said any such thing ever.
Yes, you did, Rosalie. I remember just when you said it. I remember because it was the day Helen Burns' bracelet.
I never did.
It was the day Helen's bracelet was stolen, and nobody knew who did it. And Helen said that if her mother found out, she'd have the thief put in jail right away.
There's nothing to cry about. You must help us by telling the truth. Why, what's the matter, Rosalie? Rosalie.
Papa, there's something I've got.
Yes, I did see it. What Mary said was right. I said.
done. I was hoping it was time for my bath.
Take it early today.
I couldn't do that. I look forward all day to that bath. It makes me feel important to know that there's something I've got to do. 6 o'clock, take a bath, like you've always done. You know, yesterday I took a bath at 4, and I watched your light come up. I wanted to bring you some milk, but I just went back to sleep. And I'll do the same thing tonight. On the 4 o'clock bath, and I'll watch the light come up. I wash my hair tonight, or maybe tomorrow night. Why don't you do that? I'll give you something to do. Kind of do with something.
It's raining. Hungry?
No,
You must try to eat tonight.
I'd like to be hungry again. Remember how much we used to at college? All that wonderful mess every evening?
That was years ago. We've gotten older. You must try to eat tonight.
Maybe I'll be hungry in 10 years. It's cheaper this way.
Joe is late today. What time is it?
We've been asking each other the time for the past 8 days.
It's been 8 days since we've been out of this house.
We'll have to get out of these chairs sooner or later.
What will we do when we get off?
Dust the chairs?
It's awful.
Let's not talk about it. Let's have a good dinner tonight. I'll make some eggs,
Alright.
and I'll make the potatoes with onions you like.
It's a week ago Thursday. It never seemed real until the last day, although I guessed it before that, didn't you?
Seems real enough now, right?
Let's go out.
Where to?
We'll take a walk.
Where will we walk?
Why shouldn't we take a walk? We won't see anybody, and suppose we do, what of it? We'll just go.
Okay. We'll go through the park then.
We'll go tomorrow.
No, we won't.
But Joe says we've got to go out. He says that all the people who don't think it's true will begin to wonder if we keep hiding this way.
If it makes you feel better to think that there are such people, go ahead.
He says we must go into town and go shopping and act as
Shopping! Well, now that's a great idea. There aren't 3 stores in town that would sell us anything. Hasn't he heard about the ladies' clubs and the meetings and their search?
Don't tell him.
I won't. Oh, there's our friend.
I knocked on the kitchen door, but nobody answered.
You said that yesterday. All right, thanks. Goodbye.
Stop it.
Here are the things.
I've got 8 fingers, see? I'm a freak.
There's a car on the road. Been there every time I came by. Bye, girls.
So you still think we should go into town then?
I don't know. I don't know about anything anymore. Martha. Martha.
What is it, Karen?
Why did it happen and what happened? What are we doing here like this?
I don't know. It's as if we're in a nightmare. The kind you get when you feel as if you're way below the world and are struggling up and up, coming up. And now I don't come up.
We've got to get out of this place. We've got to get out quick.
You'll be getting married soon. Everything will be all right then.
Yes.
What is it, Karen?
Nothing.
It'll be a good day. And a happy one for me. Perhaps the happiest one of my life. What is it?
Nothing, Martha.
There mustn't be anything wrong between you and Joe. Never, ever.
Nothing's wrong. There's Joe now.
Who's here?
Looks like your cousin, but that's not possible, is it? Hello. Here I am.
How is everything?
I'm so
so glad to see you both.
Everything's fine. How are you?
A little tired. Long train trip.
Is there anything I can get you?
No, I would love a good cup of tea, but don't you bother.
No bother at all. China tea, English tea, a few little sandwiches. It's a cold day. Perhaps a whiskey and soda.
Why, Martha, you know, I think
Where the hell have you been?
I've been on tour. You know that. Mostly one night stands, although we played a ghastly week in Detroit, ugliest city. But the whole theater has changed. They will not accept a serious play on the road. No question of it. Musicals, musicals, musicals.
Wow, isn't that interesting? Is it a trend? Will it pass?
Don't know. Really don't know. I was interviewed in San Francisco, and I said quite frankly that perhaps the whole culture is changing. It's possible.
You think so? A whole culture? My, that would be too bad. I'll be so interested in your telling me about it.
Don't.
I'm trying to keep from killing her. Why didn't you answer our messages? Answer me!
I told you, I was moving around a great deal.
Don't tell me you didn't get them. You did.
What difference does it make now?
Karen is quite right. Let bygones be bygones. Martha, remember when we were little girls and you used to always complain how there were never any nice toilets backstage? Well, you should just
Why
see
did you
them.
refuse to come back here to testify for us?
Didn't refuse. I was on tour. It's a moral obligation.
How'd you get out of the summons? Did you sleep in the toilets?
I don't think it was nice to try and bring me back that way. I just don't think it was. We'll talk about this another day. For goodness sakes, let's not go on this way. Words, words, words.
Lily, things have changed here.
Yeah. They've changed. Listen to me tell you what you're pretending not to know. Cameron Wright and Martha Doby brought a super slender against the men called Tilford.
Oh, I meant to tell you. He's right outside. I saw him as I got out of my cab. He called to me. Imagine that.
Be still and listen to me. We brought a super slender against a man called Tilford because his childhood accused us of what the judges called sinful sexual knowledge of one another. A large part of Mr. Tilford's defense was based on remarks made by Lily Mortar against her cousin. And a greater part of the defense's case rested on the fact that Lily Mortar would not appear in court to explain or deny those remarks. She had a moral obligation to the theater. As you probably read in the papers, we lost the case.
Didn't think of it that way, Martha. Couldn't have done any good for all of us to get mixed up in that unpleasant notoriety. But now that you've explained it, I do see it your way, and I'm sorry I didn't come back. But now that I'm here, I'm going to stand shoulder to shoulder with you. I know what you've gone through, but the body and heart...
There's an 8 o'clock train. Get on it.
Martha.
You've come back here because you had no place else to go. But there's nothing here for you. All my life I've been something for you to pick try. Get out and don't come back.
How can you talk to me like that?
Because I hate you. I've always hated you.
God will punish you for that.
He's been doing all right.
I'll wait upstairs until train time. You'll regret for what you said to me, because I know you love me and have a good heart.
Every fool in the world thinks that, but everybody else.
How do you do?
Look who's here. A couple of weeks late, aren't you?
So it's you. Now that's what I call loyal. Not many other men would still be here. You're a lucky girl.
Get out of here.
Watch the time, Lily. Be sure you're on the train.
Why did she come back?
She's broke.
Give her some money. Get rid of her. Come on, she isn't worth all that. Be done with her already. What did you two do today?
We stayed here. We started to go out, but
Come on, both of you promised me yesterday. Are you feeling all right?
why did you do that?
Do what?
Draw away from me.
I didn't draw away from you. What kind of talk is that? I'm just taking off my coat. Look, if we sit around here much longer, we'll all be bats. And so, we're not going to sit around here. filled my place this morning to Foster.
You can't do that. You can't.
Look, we're getting married in a week. I'll give both of you 2 days to pack up your things and close down the place. Then on Thursday, we'll be on a train on our way.
You can't leave here. I won't have you do this. You must go to Foster right away.
Well,
You
let's not
can't
have
leave
any
here.
of that talk now that it's all done and over. I wrote to my friend Jake. You remember him. I told you a lot about him. We roomed together in school, then in college. Then he changed his mind about medicine. His family's very rich. They own half the state, I think.
I'm not gonna let you leave here. I'm not gonna let you.
Well, Jake's fixed it for me. He found the right place. It's farm country, and they need a doctor bad. It will be tough going at first. We'll be out in the middle of nowhere, but we'll live cheap, and there'll be plenty for all of us.
Joe, I'm not going. I can't go.
You're coming with us. Do you think we'd leave you here? It'll be good. It's kind of fun, you know, to get out to somewhere new. I, for one, am excited to see what I can do at a place like that.
You
It's
don't
good for
want to
doctors to
go.
get out there.
You don't want to go.
No, I don't want to go. This is my place, where I was born, where I wanted to be. You wanted to be here too. Well, now we can't, so to hell with that. We're going to a place where we can live, where I have a good friend who knows and understands and wants to help. Probably most of the world doesn't live where it wants to live or do what it wants to do. I'm not going to cry about us. Please stop talking like that.
Joe is right. But I can't go. It's better for all of us if I don't go.
You are coming with us. It wouldn't be happy for us if you didn't. Look, once we get there, you still want to go, I won't argue with you, all right?
All right.
You'll both need warm coats and boots. We can stop in Boston for a day. That way you can buy some things.
Okay. I'm gonna go and make an omelet now. A really good one.
You like Jake, and he'll like you. Never met his wife. God, the time we used to spend as kids, talking about all the women we were going to have or marry or something, the places we were going to go. And then I came back here and never saw him again.
It was right for you to come back. You're
No,
born
it
in this
isn't
place
what
in
I
a good
thought
heart.
it
You'll
was.
be coming back
My
someday.
people, they
I've
aren't
done
what I
this to you.
thought
I've
they
taken
were.
away everything you wanted,
I
everything
want no
we
more
wanted,
of it.
everything we were
We
going to be
can-
all gone.
Once
Now we
we
have to
get
go to
there,
something
find
that
a
has
place
to
to
do
live.
with us.
Please stop talking that way. Darling, I think we've got a chance, but it's only one chance. And if we miss it, we're done for. And so, we have to start to move on from this whole thing. There'll be no more talk about what could have been, should have been, who should have said what, why, or when. What you've done, and that's that.
What I've done?
What's been done to you?
No, you said it yesterday too. What do you mean when you say what you've done? Tell me what you mean.
Nothing. I don't mean a thing by it. Why do you think I do? Darling, a lot of people in this world have bad trouble. We just happen to be 3 of them. Now we could live on that trouble, and we'd get to a place where we'd have nothing else because we wanted nothing else. That's fine for some, but not for me. I became a doctor because I don't like sick people. I'm not going to be a sick man, and I won't let you be sick either.
I'm sorry. I'll be alright when we get out of here. I want a baby. I want to have a baby.
We'll wait a year. We won't have enough money right now.
I don't want to wait a year. You always said you wanted children right away. Why have you changed?
We can't go on like this. Everything I say is made to mean something else. What are you doing to me?
Yes! Every word has a new meaning. Child, love, lawyer, judge, friend, room, woman. There are not many safe words anymore. That we can't move away from. A new place, a new room won't fix that for us. Sick, high, tragic people. That's what we'll be.
No, we won't, darling. We just need to learn how to live again. We knew how to do it once. It's just this bad time that has to be got over.
People don't set a date for things to go right or wrong. It won't work.
What won't work?
The 2 of us together.
Please stop talking like that. You'll believe it soon.
Tell me what you want to know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Say it now, Joe. Ask it now.
I have nothing to ask.
After a while, in the court, I stopped listening. After After a while, it didn't seem to matter what anybody said. Then I began to watch your face. It was the only nice thing I could think of doing. You were ashamed. So was I, but you had trouble worse than that. You were sad at being ashamed. Ask it now, Joe.
I have nothing to ask. Nothing! All right. It is... Was it ever...
No. Martha and I have never touched each other. That's all right, darling. I'm not mad. I'm glad you asked me.
It's happened to me. Darling, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt
Don't
you.
be sorry. After a while, you weren't sure. Maybe there was just a little truth. That's the way these things go. That's the way they were meant to go. You've been a good, loyal friend. Don't be ashamed of what you felt. You're a fine man.
I've asked, you've answered. Can we just go on?
You believe me?
You know I believe you.
Maybe you do. But I'd never know whether you did. And your saying it again won't do it. And it doesn't even matter anymore whether you do believe me. All that I know is that I'd be frightened you didn't. But that's the way it would be. We'd be hounded by it. You don't get over things by just saying you do. I don't believe you could touch my arm without my wondering why you didn't kiss me, and I don't think you could kiss me without my wondering if you really wanted to. And I'd hate myself for all that. And I'd hate you too. Joe, I don't like ruin. I don't like it. You know that.
I don't.
What happens between people happens, and after a while, it doesn't much matter how it started. But there it is. I'm here, you're there. We're in a room we've been in so many times before. Nothing seems changed. My hands look just the same. My face is just the same. Even my pants are old. I'm nothing too much. I'm like everybody else, the way I always was. I can have you and children, and I can go to market and read a book, and people will talk to me. Only I can't. I can't. And I don't know why. Go now, darling.
We can't leave each other. We're not going to leave each other. Look, I'm tired, you're tired. I didn't really know what I was
It's
asking.
okay. You're such a nice man.
You say I've helped you. Now help me, Karen. Help me.
All right. Go away for a little while. Away from me and love and pity and all the things that mess people up. Go away by yourself, and then I'll know, and you'll know, and we'll see.
There's nothing for me to know. A couple of weeks won't make any difference.
Please.
I don't want to go.
Go.
What will you do?
I'll wait. I'll be all right.
I'll be coming back soon.
I don't think so.
It gets dark so early now. Cooking always makes me feel better. I found some purple syrup by the table. It was the first thing we planted here. And then I made a small cake. I found a bottle of wine. You know what? We'll have a good dinner. Where's Joe?
Gone?
A patient? Will he be back in time for dinner?
No.
Well, it's okay. We can wait to have dinner then.
He won't be back.
You mean he won't be back anymore tonight?
He won't be back at all.
What happened, Karen?
He thought we had been lovers.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. What kind of awful talk is that? I don't believe you.
All right, all
Didn't
right.
you tell him it wasn't true?
Yes.
And he didn't believe you?
I guess he believed me.
It's so crazy. It's so wrong. You guess he believed you? There's no guessing.
I don't want to talk about it, Martha.
Oh, God. I wanted that for you so badly.
Don't carry on, I don't feel well.
What's happened to us? What's really happened?
I don't know. I think I'll make a cup of tea and go to bed now.
Whatever happened, go back to Joe. It's too much for you this
Stop talking about it! Let's pack and get out of here. Let's take the train in the morning.
The train to where?
I don't know. Someplace. Any place.
They know about us. We've been in the headlines. Very famous.
A small town then.
They know about us there too.
We'll find a place to go.
I don't know. I don't think we will. I feel as if I'll be sitting here for the rest of my life wondering what happened. It's a bad night tonight. We might as well get used to it. They'll all be like this.
But it isn't a new sin they tell us we've done. Other people aren't destroyed by it.
Yes, but those are the people who believe in it, who want it for themselves. It must be very different. We don't love each other. We don't love each other. Of course, I loved you like a friend the way thousands of women feel about other women.
It's cold.
And I'm very fond of you, but we've known each other since we're 17. I always thought...
Why are you saying all this?
Because I love you.
Yes, of course. I love you too.
But maybe I love you that way. The way they said I loved you. I don't know. Listen to me.
What?
I have loved you the way they said.
Martha, we're both so tired. Please
I never knew until now. I never knew what it was, and then...
Stop that crazy
You're
talk.
scared of hearing it, but I'm more afraid.
I won't listen to you.
You've got to know it. I'm guilty.
You're guilty of nothing.
I've been telling myself that since we heard the child say it. I lie in bed night after night praying that it isn't true. But I know about it now. It's there. I don't know how or why, but I do love you.
It isn't true, not a word of it. We never thought of each other that way.
Of course you didn't, but who says I didn't? I've never loved anyone the way that I love you. I've never felt this way about a man, and I never knew why, but...
You're tired and sick.
It's funny. Something's there, and you don't do anything about it because you don't know about it. And then one night, a little girl decides to tell a lie. And then you lie in bed and you ask yourself, did she see it? Did she sense it?
You know it could have been any lie. She was looking for any...
Yes! But why this one? She found the lie with an ounce of the truth. I guess they always do. Oh, I ruined your life and I ruined my own. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Oh, I feel so goddamn sick and dirty. I'm sorry.
All of this isn't true. We don't have to remember it was ever said. Tomorrow we'll go and
I don't want tomorrow. It's a bad word.
Go and lie down, Martha, and in a few minutes I'll make some tea and bring it up to you. You'll feel better.
I don't want any tea. Thank you. Good night, darling.
What was that? Where is it? Karen? Martha? Where are you? I think I heard a shot. What? What is it?
true. How could she? She was so... I don't know what... I'm frightened. I'm frightened.
Don't be frightened.
I can't help it. How can I help it? I'll never forgive myself for the last words I said to her. But I was good to her, Karen, and you know God will excuse me for that once. I did everything I could. Suicide's a sin. Karen, we can't sit here. Oh, God. Shouldn't we call somebody to...
In a little while.
She shouldn't have done it. She shouldn't have done it. She would have... It was because of this awful business. She would have gone...
That isn't the reason she did it.
What? Why?
What difference does it make now?
You're not crying.
No.
Oh, I wish I could have done something. But I haven't anything, you know?
She was good to you. She was good to me.
Oh, I know she was, Karen, and I was good to her too. I did everything I could. I haven't any place to go.
I'll help you.
We must do something. I'm afraid. It seems so strange. In the next room,
Don't be afraid.
it's different for you. Who is it? Should we answer it? Oh, I think we'd better. Oh, it's you. Go away, go away. What are you doing here? It's that man. It's Mr. Tilford. I told him to go away. We've had trouble here.
Let me come in, please. Karen, you need to speak to me. You must hear me.
Why have you come here?
I had to come. I've been outside all day. I've been phoning you. I've tried to speak to Joe, but he won't speak to me. I've been at the door, then I thought I heard a shot or something.
Get out of here.
You bad, bad man. You have no
Please
right.
be still. I found out it wasn't true. It's not true.
You found out it wasn't true, did you? I don't care what you know. If that's what you had to say, you've said it. Now get out.
I have only a little more to say. I spoke to Judge Potter. He's made all arrangements. There will be a public apology and an explanation. The damage suit will be paid to you in full, and many more that you'll be kind enough to take from me. I spoke to Mary. I found out.
Martha is dead. So last night, I found out you had done wrong to us. Now you have to right that wrong, or you can't rest your head again. Well, don't rest it. I won't be your confessor. Take your conscience someplace else. Get somebody else to help you be a good man again. You told us that night you had to do what you did. Now you have to do this. A public apology and money paid so you can sleep and eat again. You and all those who always know how right they are. What's somebody else's life to you? A way to show your own righteousness? And if you happen to be wrong, you can always put it right some other day. I have a dead friend. Get out of here and be noble on the streets.
There is no relief for me, and there never will be again. I didn't come here for that. I swear to God, I did not. But what I am or why I came here doesn't make a difference. Doesn't matter. All that matters is you. You now. Help me, Karen.
Help you?
Let me do whatever I can do. Take whatever I can give. It won't bring me peace, and you don't think it will. I'll never recover. I'm too narrow to forgive myself.
Yes, I believe you. You will have a hard time ahead.
I will.
Mary?
I don't know. Fred. People said, but I don't see.
She's
people-
yours. Blood of your blood, the result of you. Yes, she's harmed us both, but she did you the most harm. I guess I'm even sorry.
You will try for yourself.
Yes, I will.
Come away now. You can't stay.
No, I don't want to go.
You'll be all right.
Yes,
You'll let me help you. Let me try.
if it will make you feel better.
Yes. 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 Will you write to me sometime?
If I ever have anything to say.
You will have something to say. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Why don't you say the truth? For sure, saying it behind my back hurts more. For sure, saying it behind my back hurts more. If you're my friend, just say it. Just say it to me softly. Say it to me softly. Say it to me. Say it to me. Say it to me softly. Say it to me softly. Say it to me softly. You say I'm funny. You say I'm sweet. You like my sweater. You like my shoes. You say you're jealous of my hair. You smile. Say the nicest things. Say the nicest things.